Welcome back to Learn Java in 30 days. Today it is day 8 on Java. In the previous class, we discussed about flow control. What is flow control? Why flow control? Types of flow control. Condition flow control. These are if block, if else block, nested if else block, if else ladder block, switch case block, switch case, and looping flow controls for, while, do while, for, while, do while. And today we are going to learn about class and object. But before that, I would like to give you some tasks so that you will spend some time to practice and you will get expertise on that. Just give me 1 minute of time. I am going to send you these files, okay? Okay, I have shared you these files. One is test1, another one is test2.txt file, another one is applications.txt file. Let me just summarize what you need to do. So in this, we have some 20 plus programs. We use this conditional flow control, then looping flow control to complete all these tasks. So first program is to find big number of 3 integers. Second one is to find a small number of 3 integers. Third one is to display full name. If first name is Punit and last name is Kumar, you need to display Punit Kumar. Then write a program to find a number if it is divisible by 2. Next one, write a program to print area and perimeter of a circle. Radius is 7.5 cm. Write a Java program to print the area and perimeter of rectangle if width is 5.5 cm and height is 8.5 cm. Write a Java program, calculate and print the average of the 3 numbers. Write a Java program to swap 2 variables. If x is equals to 5 and y equals to 6, then output is x equals to 6 and y equals to 5 using third variable. Next one, write a Java program to swap 2 variables. If x is 5 and y is 6, then output is x equals to 6 and y equals to 5 without using third variable. Write a program to check if number is even or odd. Find the number of digits in the given number, sum of all the digits in the given number, sum of all even digits in the given number, product of odd numbers in the given number, sum of the digits divisible by 3 in the given number. If there is a digit and that digit can be divisible by 3, then only you need to add. Then square of each digit. You need to square each digit in the number and print. No need to add anything. It's just a square of one digit from the number. You take it, you perform square and print. Next one, print each digit in a number of words. One digit, let's say it is 0, you need to print 0. If it is 1, you need to print ONE1. If the number is 9, you need to print NINE. Then write a program to reverse a number. Then you can explore about this automorphic number, Peterson number, Sunny number. Okay, details are given in the examples. You need to just go through these explanations and write the programs. Okay, next one. Write a program to find factorial of a number. Write a program to find Fibonacci series. Write a program to check if given number is prime or not. Write a program to sum or all prime numbers between 0 and a given number. Write a program to check if given number is palindrome or not. Write a program to check if given number is Armstrong or not. Write a program to convert a number into integer number into binary. Write a program to convert decimal into hexadecimal, decimal into octal. binary into decimal, binary into hexadecimal, binary into octal, octal into decimal, octal number into binary number, octal into hexadecimal, hexadecimal into decimal, hexadecimal number into binary, hexadecimal number into octal number. And last, there are list of some small applications. Okay, you can see there are 5 applications here. In this first one is write a program to implement bank ATM application. So you need to display this kind of message in the console output. After that, you need to show the services offered. After that, you need to display all the numbers and choices, numbers and options, numbers and options. Next one, you need to read choice from the user. Read choice from the user. If user enters 1, you need to display saying account opened successfully. If user enters 2, you need to print deposited successfully, amount deposited successfully. If you enter 3, amount withdraw successfully. If you enter 4, show balance. If you enter 5, change PIN. If you enter 6, change email. If you enter 7, change address. If you enter 8, close account. If you enter 9, exit. Right? So problem statement is simulating ATM application, ATM machine application with dummy actions. No business logic. No business logic. Second one, tea house. You are writing an application for tea house. You know, tea house is a small tea stall where they sell ginger tea, masala tea, lemon tea, green tea, badam tea, and print bill, cancel bill, exit. These are the 8 choices that you can offer to the store owner. Store owner is fixing the price like 15 rupees, 20 rupees, 20 rupees, and 25 rupees, and 30 rupees. Now you need to design the application. If you enter item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you enter any of these items, you need to add to bill amount. You need to add the cost of it to bill amount. For example, ginger tea is there. If one customer is asking for ginger tea, you need to give the choice as 1. Now bill will become 15 rupees. If you give choice as 5, badam tea, 30 rupees. Already 15 rupees is in the total bill. Now you need to add 30 rupees, which will be like 45 rupees is the total bill. Now if you add one more thing, tea, which is a lemon tea, 20 rupees added. So 30 plus 15 plus 20. 50 plus 15, 65 rupees. Now when you print bill, you need to print, you need to show the total bill, that is 65. First point. Second point, after printing the bill, it should it should make a bill amount as 0 for the fresh order. For the fresh order, you need to make bill amount as 0. Next, cancel bill. If you want to cancel the bill, let's say he says some customer comes and he orders, you will add to the bill. Now customer says, no, I don't want, I can cancel and go back. I don't want to take tea, I am in hurry. Now what you need to do, you cannot print the bill. You need to cancel the bill. So what you need to do, you need to make that bill amount as 0. Okay, so that is it, and exit, closing the application. Third one is bus ticket booking. Book ticket. If you give the choice as 1, you just need to set ticket booked. If the choice is 2, cancelled, ticket cancelled. If the choice is 3, ticket rescheduled. If choice is 4, search bus, found bus, found bus. If it is 5, send SMS, SMS sent. If it is 6, send email. Application for student management system. So create student, it should say student created. Update student, it should say student updated. Delete student, it should say student deleted. Search student, it should say student is searched, student found. Conduct test, it should say test conducted. Send student report email, email sent, report email sent. Send student report SMS, report SMS report sent. Like this, you need to write contact management also. Add contact, update contact, search contact, delete contact, export contact, and import contact. These are the tasks that you need to work in the meanwhile before you come to the next class. Right? So these are the very important things. So I would suggest you to practice on this, and if you find any difficulties, bring it to my notice. I will explain. So there's one thing that I wanted to share is how to take user input. Here is the example. You need to write the scanner class. If you want to use scanner class, step number 1, this is step number 1. This is step number 2, create object of this class. And this is step number 3, print output saying enter your number, choice. Step number 5, you need to read the input. Just 1 minute. So first step is you need to add import statement in the start of the program. Second step is inside main method, you need to write this line second statement. Then third one is you need to display some message asking for enter pin number or enter your choice, enter your number. Now you need to read that into integer. And you should know what kind of logic, what kind of flow control you need to use for taking this input. Can anybody tell me what kind of flow control is suitable to make this menu options working? Is it if block, or if else block, nested if else block, or if else ladder, if else block ladder, or switch case? Which one is suitable for writing the logic to handle? If the choice is 1, open account. If the choice is 2, deposit. If the choice is 3, withdraw. Which kind of flow control is suitable when you have multiple choices? Can anybody tell me? Right, I saw answer is given by Ashwita. Thank you, Ashwita. We need to use a switch. In the switch, we have multiple choices. You can give your choice and you can select your choice. Thank you, Sriram. You've given the correct answer. So you need to use a switch case to write a program and print and take the outputs, take the user inputs and show the outputs. Okay. Okay, next. So if you want, I can run this program and show you the output so that it will be easy for you to write the program. Okay, so I'm taking these 4 lines and creating a new file. First and foremost thing is I need to use sample application. Sample application. Inside this sample application, I will create public static void main string args open and close square brackets, open and close flower brackets. Now inside this, I want to write a code to read the input. So first and foremost statement here is import java.util.scanner. Here scanner, S is capital letter in scanner, java.util is in smaller case, and except S, all the other letters in scanner is smaller case and semicolon. Now after that, you have a simple class, sample class. Inside this sample class, we have a main method. We have a main method. Now inside the main method, first we need to do an object creation of scanner. Scanner, S capital, scanner is in small letters. SC is equal to new scanner, S capital. Then round brackets open and close. Inside that system.in, system.in. S is capital in system, .in is in small letters. So this is a sample application. We are taking some inputs. We are creating input reader. This is input reader. Next, what we do, we write one statement asking user to enter the choice. Let's say you're asking PIN number, right? Like this, you can ask for user. Now user need to give your input. So you need to store that data. You need to store that choice. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Which one? Okay, we need to take that data. For taking, you need to write the SC dot next capital I int. This is a statement. This is the statement for reading the input. Okay. One time you write, you will read the value. Now I want to print the same value. Choice entered. System.out.println of choice entered is I. So what am I doing? I'm just printing I value before I have written some string. This is string plus integer variable, which is a string concatenation. And you will see choice entered is the given value. Okay. Every day I'm creating new folders. Let me not put it in this. I will put it here. Sample app.java. Now I want to compile this, run and see how it is going to work. This is the command prompt I'm opening. I've opened the command prompt. CLS, clear the screen. Now let us execute compiler to compile the simple sample application.java, Java C, sample application app.java. Compiled successfully without any error. Java sample app. So it is showing just to display an integer, enter the integer number. It is displaying enter integer number. If I give 5, it is going to print a choice entered is 5. You need to enter the value and click on enter key. I have entered value as 6. I need to click on enter key. Then the data is read by program. Choice entered is 6. Again, I want to give some value. That value is, let's say, 3 and enter key. Now choice entered is 3. So every time you give the input, you need to hit on enter key. You need to hit on enter key. Then it is going to take that input and it is going to display the output. Okay. Right. Good. Thank you. Then let's move on to the next topic. We are going to discuss about very important topics. Heart of Java. Heart of Java. Okay. So this is day 8 on Java. Day 8 on Java. We'll get started. What is called class? What is called object? What is called class and what is called object? Class and object. What is called class? Class is known as a blueprint of object. What kind of object? Real world object. Real world object. Okay. So now I'll take what is an object. Object is nothing but it is an example. It is an example of a class. Example of the class. For example, can anybody tell me what is this one? Can anybody tell me what is this one? What is this one? Is this an object or a class? Is this an object or a class? Can anybody tell me what is this one? Is it a class or object? Is this a class or object? Okay. I'll give you some more examples then. Now, can you tell me which one is object, which one is class? Which one is object, which one is class? Which one is class, which one is object? Can anybody tell me which one is a class here, which one is object? I got responses from 2 people. Very good, very good. I am getting almost correct answers. Guna is the name of a student. He is existing. We can see, we can touch, we can feel. It is a real time or real world object. It is a real world object. Now, student. What is a student? Student is a representation of students like Guna. There is Guna, there is Raju, there is Ramesh, there is Latish. Like this, you name. There are many people who is falling under a category of student. Chief Minister. Chief Minister is a logical representation or a blueprint of a person who is leading a state. Prime Minister is a classification of a person who is having authority to lead a nation. Narendra Modi here is object. Prime Minister here is the class. CM, KCR is the object. Chief Minister is the representation of many people who are capable of leading states, who has absolute control about the states. Now, Pulsar is an example of bike. Pleasure is an example of bike. Fortuner is an example of car. Fortuner is an example of car. Thor is an example of Jeep. Is an example of Jeep. So Jeep is a common representation of objects like Thor. Right? There is another one called Jeep. That is class. That is object. That is object. Here, this is class. This is class. Okay. Please understand this. It is a representation. It is a category. It is a category. We are categorizing objects of same type and giving a name to it. That is called as class. That is called as class. Class is known as a blueprint of real world objects which share same properties and behaviors. All the bikes of Pulsar, all Pulsar bikes follow the same switches, same kind of engine, same weight, same, everything is same. Behavior is also same, right? So we are creating that object. We are creating that object which is having the same kind of properties, same kind of behaviors. Same kind of properties and same kind of behaviors. So you can also say class is a digital representation. Class is a representation. Class is a representation of real world entities. Real world entities. Class is a representation of real world entities. Can you see a class? No, you cannot see a class. It's a logical representation. It is a logical. Class is a logical representation. So why to write in 2 lines? Logical representation. Logical representation of real world entity. Class contains properties. Class contains properties and behaviors. 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 What are properties? Properties are variables. Properties are variables. Behaviors. Behaviors are methods. Properties are variables. Behaviors are methods. So properties are called as a state. Properties represent state of an object. Properties represent state of an object. Methods represent or methods. It is the ability to modify the state. Ability to modify the state. I will say modify the state of object. Modify the state of an object. Behaviors used to modify the state of an object. What are behaviors? Methods. What are methods? You know how to write a method. Group of statements put together, it is a method with a name. So now you cannot use a class directly. You need to take an object of the class and use it. Object of a class and use it. Now, how do you take an object? So let's take some simple person class. Person is a representation of people, maybe a male or female, right? Representation of human being, male or female. Male or female. Now, what are the properties of person? How you can say a person? How you can say a person? A person is identified by name. A person will have age. A person will have age. A person will have father name. A person will be in one location, like city. Name, age, father name, city. Name, age, father name, city. Now, a person will have height. We can measure his height. That is a property. A person will have weight, email ID, mobile number. These all the details you can give for a person. So this is what? These are the properties. Properties of person. Properties of person. Properties of person. Properties of person. Okay. Now you tell me these are the properties. That means these are the variables. Can you tell me what is a data type suitable for this? What is a data type suitable for this? So let me write one more thing, which is gender. and we'll see married. Okay. Now, can you guess what will be the data type of this name? Can anybody tell me what could be the data type and name? What is the data type of name? What is the data type of name? Right. Name is, let's say, Raju. It is group of characters. Group of characters. Which data type we have? We have 8 data types. 8 data types. Byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean. Byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean. There is one more thing which is a string. Now you can tell me what is the data type of suitable for group of characters. Is it byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean? No, it is string. So you need to define this data type as a string data type. Variable name is the name and it's a string data type. Age. Is it a string? Is it boolean? Is it character? Is it float or double? Age is always integral value. It can be byte, short, int or long. For ease of use, I'll take as int. Father name. Again, some Ramesh, somebody. It is a group of characters. So you can put it in string. Then city. It is also a group of characters, Hyderabad. Gender. Gender. There are generally binary genders. That means male or female. Male or female. So we can consider them as characters. Height. Height. Generally, height is measured in feet, centimeters, and inches, right? So everywhere we represent double value, real value actually. Okay. So you can use a double or float. I am taking double. Height also the same case, weight also the same case. Double. Email, group of characters. Group of characters. String. Mobile number. Mobile number. So byte, you can store only 3 characters. 3 numbers with 3 size. You want to store bigger than 3, you can go for short, but short will take only 5 characters. Integer 10 characters, but it will start from 1 to 1 to 1 or 2. 1 or 2. Okay. So you cannot fit your mobile number because your mobile number will be on 9 or 8 series or 7 series or 6 series. Starting with 97 or 98, 96, 95, 94, 93, 92, 91, 90. Again 89, 88, 88, 87, 86, 86, like this. That numbers are not fitting in integer. You need to use long. So long is a data type. Married. 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 Either it is again the logical representation. So you have only either married or not married. So it is Boolean. Boolean data type. Now I want everybody to write this class called person class. I want you to write a class called person class. Inside the person class, you need to write all these 10 variables, 9 variables and data types with declarations. Everybody, can you please quickly write this one class with variables, and the names of variables also is very clear, and data types of variables also is very clear. So please write the code. Please write the code and share it to me in the comments. Okay, so let's write this class. First of all, what is the name of the class? We have taken properties of a person. So the class name is, meaningful name for the class name is person. Then flower brackets open, flower brackets close. Flower brackets open, flower brackets close. Now we need to define the variables. First, we need to define the variables. Variables are name, age, father name, city, gender, height, weight, email, mobile, and married. These are all the variable names. These are all the variable names. Now the data types we need to mention. For name, data type is string. Integer, age, int. Father name, string. Gender, character. Sorry, city. City is missing. String. Gender, character. Double, height. Double, weight. String. Email. Long, mobile. Boolean, married. These are all the variables and its data types. So this is a class with variables, class with properties, class with variables or properties. Okay. One person, you take 10 persons, you take 100%. Every person will have a name. Every person will have a age. Every person will have a father name. Every person will have a city. Every person will have gender. Every person will have height, weight, email, mobile number, and Boolean. Okay, so this is a class with variables and properties. So what we are doing, we are storing his name or her name. We are storing his age or her age. We are storing his father name or her father name. So we have one person data stored in the variables. Married status. It is a state actually. Every variable here represents the state of an object. Every variable here represents state of an object. So it is very important for you to understand how you identify a class. After you identifying a class, you need to identify properties. After identifying the properties, you need to write variable names. After identifying variable names, you need to write data types. Are you able to follow me? First one is you need to know, identify the class. Identify the class. Second one, identify properties. Third one, identify variable name. Identify variable names. Next one, identify class names, properties, variable names, and then data types of the variables, data types. Then you can declare a class, you can declare variables with names and data types properly. So this is the order you need to follow. And same is the case with methods. Identify the behaviors. Identify the behaviors. Identify the methods. Identify the method name. Identify the method name. Identify the method name. So identify the arguments which are inputs. Identify return types. Identify return types of methods. Okay. So I want you to write a method which will change the value of name, change the value of age, change the value of father name, change the value of city, change the value of gender. One method for changing, one method for printing, one method for changing, one method for printing. Can you guys write two methods for each variable? I will come back soon within 2 minutes or maybe 5 minutes. You write the program with variables and methods. Okay, the methods will change the name, the methods will print the name. One method for changing, one method for printing. One method for changing age, one method for printing. So now let us write, I'll write only simple class with 3 methods, 3 variables and 6 methods. Then you can extend the same with the other variables also. So I'll take 3 things, which is class, person, name, age, height. Name, age, height. 3 things I'll take. Name is string. Name is string. Age is integer. Height is double. Height is double. Now I want to write methods. One method for changing, one method for printing. One method for changing, one method for printing. So I want to print. So public void void print name. Print name. Public void print name. Public void print age. Public void print height. Public void print height. Then public. Now I want to change. If I want to change name, I want to get a new name, right? I am writing a method. Void to set name. Which name I need to set? Whatever I give input, we need to set that. Okay. So here input I will take string yes. String yes. Now I need to set name equals to yes. Name equals to yes. You know how to print, right? Print a variable. You know how to print system.out.println. So you can write that statement here. Not a problem. Okay. So now you need to write this method for changing the name. Another method for changing age. Public void set age. What is the data type we are taking? Integer a. Which variable we need to set? For which variable we need to set? That is age equals to a. Age equals to a. Okay. Then public void set height. Capital HEAGHT. What is the type? Double T. I will store this value into height. Height equals to D. Height equals to D. This is how I can set the values. This is how I can set the values. So this is a set methods. This is print methods. In print methods, system.out.println name, system.out.println age, system.out.println height. This is how you can write a class. You can write variables and you can write methods for this class. Are you able to understand? Are you able to understand? Please respond in the chat quickly. Are you able to understand? If you understand, type yes in the chat. Very good. Very good. Very good. Now, we have discussed about what is class, what is object. We have discussed about variable and method. What are class members, variables, and methods, initialization block and constructor. So let me show you the syntax for each member. Then we will see some examples of class. Then we will see some examples of static and non-static variables. Then we will see constructor, why constructor, types of constructor. Then we will see initialization blocks, why initialization blocks, types of initialization blocks. So if possible, we will cover only up to constructor, initialization block, and this requires some more focus from your side. So I need you to focus more. So you will be we will be discussing about these two lines tomorrow. We'll discuss about the constructors. Still constructors we'll discuss about today. So what are class members? What do you mean by class members? What is family members? People who live in family. What are class members? Class members are the things we define inside the class. Whatever we write inside the class, those are called as members of the class. In a class, you can write variable. You can write a method. You can write a constructor. You can write constructor. You can write initialization block. You can write initialization block. So what is a variable? You already know it is a data container. Data container. This data container will have some data, that is constant data. And that type of data we specify with data type. So how do we write a variable? Data type, variable name. Data type, variable name equals to constant. Equals to constant. So this is variable declaration. This is variable declaration. Next, method. What is a method? Method is a group of statements. It is a group of statements. Method is a group of statements. These group of statements exhibits behavior. Now, how we define a method? First one is public. Second one is static without static. So, public static void print. This method is a static method. Public void print method. This is non-static. Same way you can declare variable. You can declare a variable static integer age. Without static integer age. So one is a static variable, second one is non-static variable. This is a static variable. This is non-static variable. This is non-static variable. Here methods. One is a static method, another one is non-static method. One is static method, another one is non-static method. One is static method, another one is non-static method. Okay. So let's see what is called constructor. Constructor is very similar to method. Constructor is very similar to method. How do we write a method? Public, static or without static, void, print, right? So here the constructor name should match the class name. For example, class A. Inside this class A, you need to write a constructor like a method. This is A, open and close flower brackets. Now this is like a method, but there is no return type. Remember this first rule of constructor is constructor is similar to method, same as method, but don't have a return type. It does not have a return type. Constructor does not have a return type. Constructor does not have a return type, and constructor name should be class name. 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 So we have to understand constructor is nothing but similar to method which do not have return type, and the name should match to the class name. Name should match the class name. So we know variable, we know method, but why constructor is used? Constructor is used to create an object. Constructor is used to create an object. It is used to create an object. So how do we create object of person class? There is a class person. How do we create object of person class? So we know how to define a class, we know how to define a class with variables, we know how to define a class with methods, we know how to define a class with variables and methods. Now we already seen some example of constructor. Now how to use the constructor, I'll tell you. So object creation statement, object need to be created. Object should be created. How to create an object of a class? Object creation of a class. Object creation of a class. Object creation of a class. So remember, class name is must, then variable name equals to. Now is an important thing. You need to use a new word. You need to use a word called new to create object of the class. Class name, round brackets open and close. So class name here, variable name here equal to new object. New class name, new class name. This is going to create an object. This whole statement is object creation statement. It is object creation statement for a class. Now I will ask you to write an. Can you tell me how you can create an object of this class A? Can you tell me how to create an object of student? How to create an object of book? How to create an object of class bike? So what is a constructor name? Maybe I'll say how to create an object for class A first. First one, class name should be used. What is the class name here? It is A. Variable name, I'll say A1, small letters A1 equals to. So class name is A, variable name is A1. Next one, we use new keyword. We use new keyword. We use new keyword. And class name, we have to give the same class name. Is the class name small letter A or capital letter A? You need to use capital letter A, round brackets open and close, semicolon. Round brackets open and close and semicolon. Next one, student. So class name here is student. So student, variable name S1 equals to new student class name, round brackets open and close, semicolon. If you want to create an object of book class, B-O-O-K, book, B1 equals to new book, semicolon. If you are trying to create object of class bike, bike B1 is equal to, or maybe BI1 equals to new class name bike, round brackets open and close, semicolon. So this is how you create objects for the class. Are you clear on how to create objects for these classes? If you are clear, type C in the chat. How to create objects for the class? Are you clear? Then type C in the chat. This is object creation of a class. This is object creation of a class. Okay, so now what is the purpose of constructor? It is used to create an object. How to use constructor? You need to use with new operator and constructor name, round brackets open and close, semicolon. With this, you are creating an object of the class A. Here, we are creating an object of class student using new operator and class name, round brackets open and close, which is for creating an object. Which is creating for an object. Is everybody clear on the class, variable, method, constructor? Thank you. Everybody has responded saying you understood, it is clear for you. Now let us just see what is an initialization block. What is an initialization block? If it is just as a block, it is a block. Inside you can write the code. You can write the code. A block without name, a block without name, that is called as, without name is called as initialization block. Which block? Initialization block. Initialization, a block without name is called as initialization blocks. A block without name is called as initialization block. A block without name is called as initialization block. A block without name is called as initialization block. If you write like this, that is called as a block. So how to write inside a class? For example, class A, how to write a block inside it? It is open flower brackets, close flower brackets. How to write a variable? Integer age. Integer age. How to write a constructor? Name of the class. What is the name of the class? A. Round brackets open and close. Flower brackets and open and close. This is called constructor. How to write a method? Public void print age. Round brackets open and close. Flower brackets open and close. This is called as method. This is called as method. This is called as constructor. This is called as variable. This is called as initialization block. This is called as initialization block. So this is what we can write inside the class. We can write inside the class. Now let us see examples of classes. Let us see examples of classes. Class is a general representation, right? So what are the things that we can consider as class? For example, bus ticket. Bus ticket is a class. Bus ticket is a class. Movie ticket is a class. Train ticket. Train ticket is a class. Bike is a class. Car is a class. Flower is a class. Switch, S-W-I-T-C-H, switch. That means a switch to power on light to power off light. Fan, bus, flight or flight, train. Train is a class. Student, student is a class. Employee is a class. Employee is a class. Then doctor is a class. Patient, patient is a class. You can name all of these are called classes. Every class will have variables and methods. Variables and methods. So please work on this, identifying the variables, identifying the properties, identifying the methods, and defining the methods. Okay, so these are the some of the examples of the class. Now let us see what is a static variable, what is a non-static variable, how to access static and non-static variables. If you write a static variable, for example, class student, okay, So every student will have number of subjects. How many number of subjects? Same number of subjects for each student, right? Each student, let's say it is Ramu, Suresh, whoever it is, who is a student of BTech, he will have a number of subjects, integer subjects, number of subjects. How many subjects are there? Integer variable having number of subjects, 6 subjects. 6 subjects. You can write this as static. If you write a static keyword, it is called as static variable. If you don't write data type, sorry, if you don't write static, it is called as non-static. It is called as non-static. So I am writing a class with a static variable and non-static variable. Integer roll number, or I'll say integer ID. Integer ID. ID equals to 1. ID equals to 1. So how to access subjects? How to access ID? Right? So it's very simple. I will write another class, student manager. Student manager. Inside the student manager, I will write main method, public static void main string args, open and close. And here you need to write, you want to change subjects of students, all students having same number of subjects, you want to make it as 7. Now how to access these subjects and how to change from 6 to 7? So it is always important. Static variables are accessed with class names. What names? Class name. Class name dot variable, static variable name equal to value or equal to constant. Now non-static variable. Non-static variable means we need to create an object. So how do we create an object of student class? We already know class name, that is student, variable name S1 equals to new operator. Object creation will be with new operator, and the class name again student, square round brackets open and close, semicolon, round brackets open and close, semicolon. Now S1 dot, that means object reference dot variable name equals to value. Okay, here subjects I want to change. Class name is student. Class name is student. Student dot variable name is subjects. Subjects equals to 7. Subjects equals to 7. Now I want to set ID from 1 to 2. I need to create an object first. I'm creating an object using object reference, object name, dot variable name. Then you use 2. Then you set 2. This is called static variables versus non-static variables. This is static variables and this is non-static variables. Are you able to understand how you can write static variable, how you can write non-static variable, how to change values of static variable, how to change values of non-static variables? Are you clear? Are you guys clear? Are you guys clear? Please respond in the chat. If it is clear, type C in the chat. If you have any question, ask Q in the chat. Guna says clear, Shruti says clear, Sriram says clear, Monica and Siddharth. Once after this class, I will upload this video and share you with the link. You listen to this class repeatedly 2 to 3 times. All right. You listen to this class 2 to 3 times. Before you come to the class tomorrow, you listen to this class for 2 to 3 times. Then it is easy for you to understand. Then it will be easy for you to understand. Siddharth, Maunika. Right, Monica. Siddharth, you too. Thank you, Siddharth. So we have discussed about class, object, class members, variable, method, initialization block, and constructor. Each type syntax we have seen. Then examples of classes we have seen. Static variables and non-static variables. So we are about to discuss about constructor, why constructor and types of constructor, but we have very short time. I don't want to overload. These topics I will discuss tomorrow. These topics I will discuss tomorrow. Constructor, why constructor, types of constructor, initialization block, why initialization blocks, types of initialization blocks. What are the ways to initialize object with state? These topics we will discuss in depth tomorrow. I will upload this video as soon as possible and you can access from the playlist. You can access from the playlist. If not, you can text me in the WhatsApp. I can share you with you guys only. Okay. Please ping me in the WhatsApp. So you will get the link of today's class. So you can practice, you can listen, you can practice. All right, guys. Thank you. And we'll meet again tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. So please listen to this class repeatedly 2 to 3 times. When you attend the class in the evening, you will be able to understand things easily. You need to listen at least 2 to 3 times. Okay? Everybody agrees, say I in the chat. Everybody agrees, say I in the chat. Thank you, Guna. Thank you, Sriram. Thank you, Shruti. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Siddharth. We'll see you in the next class.